Welcome. I'm June Cooper, and this is Native California Spirit. Today, I'm going to do a single card reading from our Earth Medicine card lesson book. Previously, I shuffled the deck, a deck of 44 cards, and I dealt down to number 17, and it gave us number 11, self-esteem, which is moose. So we are going to go to our book today, learn the lesson from the book, and then I'll give you my thoughts on it at the end. This is male energy. This is a loud card. I love this card. I love all of the cards. Sometimes I get a little itchy when Coyote comes up because that's trickster and you're always going to laugh at yourself with Coyote. But with Moose, this is a job well done. Moose, help me to honor the gifts I can give and recognize my worthiness long as I live. Moose is found in the north of the medicine wheel, as is buffalo. North represents the place of wisdom. Self-esteem is the medicine of moose because it represents the power of recognizing that wisdom has been used in a situation and that recognition or a pat on the back is deserved. Moose is the largest member of the deer family and has great strength. The call of the male moose is an awesome thing to hear on a musky spring night. His pride in his maleness and his desire to share his seed with a moose cow are displays of his sense of self-esteem. The bellow of a male moose can be viewed as a positive force, since it represents his willingness to tell the world about his feelings. This tell the world trait becomes a joyfulness which only comes with a sense of accomplishment. There is no greater joy than a job well done. This trait is therefore not a seeking of approval, but rather an enjoyment of sharing because of the spontaneous explosion of joy that comes from the deepest part of one's being. The wisdom woven throughout this scenario is that creation constantly brings forth new ideas and further creation built on itself. Moose is telling us that joy should be shouted with pride. The wisdom in doing this shouting is that joy is catching. In a sense, the bellowing is a way for all of us to lighten up and give ourselves or each other a well done. Moose medicine people have the ability to know when to use the gentleness of deer and when to activate the stampede of buffalo. They understand the balance between giving orders to get things done and having a willingness to do things themselves. The wisdom of moose medicine is akin to the grandfather warrior who has long since put away his war paint and is now advising the young bucks to cool their blood. Moose medicine is often found in elders who have walked the good red road and have seen many things in their earth walk. Their joy lies in being the teachers of the children and in being the first ones to give encouragement. This is not to say that moose medicine people do not use their wisdom to warn as well as to give praise, because they do. Moose medicine people know what to say, when to say it, and to whom. The elders are honored in tribal law for their gifts of wisdom, for their teaching abilities, and for the calmness they impart in counsel. If you are wise beyond your years and have the gift of moose medicine, use this gift to encourage others to learn and grow. There are many facets to the wisdom of moose medicine. If you have chosen the moose card, and this is what was chosen today for our lesson, so I have chosen it, and I am reading this, applying it to my situation in my life, my personal life. If you have chosen the moose card, You have reason to feel good about something you have accomplished on your journey. This may be a habit you have broken, a completion of some sort, an insight on a goal, or a new sense of self that you have fought hard to earn. It is a time of feeling harmonious pride and of recognizing those who aided you in the process. One good exercise in Moose Medicine is to write down, here's our journal, things that you can love about yourself and your progress in life. Then apply these same things to friends, family, co-workers, and life in general. On the contrary, now, contrary medicine is the part where maybe you've been a tad negative, and contrary says a warning. Contrary is often the heaviest part of the lesson, but I always read it, always. I keep my cards in one direction. I don't go up or down. And I do that because I'm going to read the entire lesson anyway. So continuing on, the contrary medicine of Moose. If Moose is upside down, and I don't even want to put it upside down. I don't want to see this card upside down. But the lessons are very relevant and appropriate, and I always include them. If Moose is upside down when you draw it, you are being reminded that ego, sense of self, can ruin your sense of accomplishment. Remember that others have the same potential you have, and do not become careless in your appreciation of their gifts. Reversed Moose implies that in tooting your own horn, you have failed to be interested in others and have therefore forgotten that everyone teaches everyone else in some way. We are all like dollar bills, same value. Some of us are faded, some of us are crisp, some of us are printed in one part of the country, and some of us are printed in another part of the country. Some of us have passed hands many times, and some of us are just barely climbing the ladder of life. Contrary Moose Medicine may be asking you to grow quietly for a while, to calm your spirit and allow the strength and wisdom of silence to enter your heart. This is the core of Moose Medicine, knowing the wisdom of silence, so that when it is proper to speak, you can take pride in your words. Well, this lesson is very encouraging. Even on this part here where you become careless of someone else's gifts, that can be remedied really quick. Just, get your mind back into it and remember that we all have the same creator, all of us, in this universe. And if there are cosmic civilizations that are visiting or yet to visit, and they are from this universe, not the solar system, but from the universe, they have the same creator. And this creator has made it clear to us that he loves every one of us and has a purpose for every single one of us. There is no one that is alive and walking the face of the earth without purpose. So, even if the worst of the worst, the tragedy upon tragedy has happened, if you are still here, there is reason for it. We are all valued the same in the eyes of the ever-living one. This card also, there's no greater joy than a job well done. Recently in my life, I began to work again, even a lady at my age. And the sense of earning is so deep for humans that I encourage everybody to either volunteer and know that your time is priceless. That's what it gets down to as a volunteer. or start a home business, something that your budget can support. There is nothing that equals the sense of a job well done. And I encourage everybody, this card being drawn, self-esteem, to find what you can do and start it up. It's liberating. Let me see if there's anything else before I go. Take pride in your words. We heard this at the end. And also with others, encourage a sense of accomplishment. It's the core. It's the core in relationships where you can be encouraging to somebody. Sometimes it's even a little bit sad, but the fact that you're there, they may not even need encouragement. I've seen times with my family that they are so full of moose that you can't help but smile listening to their monologue. So, thank you for joining me. I will keep you in my heart. Until next time.